After studying few examples from disaccharide, let us see few examples of polysaccharides. When we were studying the classification of the saccharides or carbohydrates, we have seen polysaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis will give more number of monosaccharide units, that is more than 10 obviously. The popular example of polysaccharide is a starch. Let us see in detail about the starch. Starch is the main storage carbohydrate or polysaccharide unit in plants, as we know. It is the food material stored in the plants. The monomeric units present in polysaccharide are alpha D glucose. But those alpha D glucose units will form two different types of structures, that is substructures. In case of starch, it is made up of two main substructures called as amylose and amylopectin. Let us see the structures of amylose and amylopectin in detail. What is amylose? It is water soluble, it is long unbranched chain in which alpha D glucose units are linked by C1-C4 glycosidic linkage. Let us see what is that linkage, C1 to C4 linkage. You can see in this structure, these are the three alpha D glucose units. Let us focus on the first two glucose units. You can see the carbon number 1 of the first, that is anomeric carbon, and the carbon number 4 of the second. It is linked via the glycosidic linkage, right? Therefore, it is called as C1-C4 glycosidic linkage. The same is for the second as well as the third glucose unit, right? Okay, that's all about the structure of amylose. Let us see what is the difference in the structure of amylopectin as compared to amylose. Amylopectin is totally different than amylose. It is water insoluble. It is having branch, that is, it is a branched chain structure. You can see the branch structure in the amylopectin. The monomeric units are no doubt alpha D glucose, just like amylose, but the type of linkage present in the branching is different as compared to amylose. In amylose, we have seen no branching is there, right? Let us see the linkages present in amylopectin. You can see the structure. The carbon number 1 of first glucose unit is linked to carbon number 4 of the second glucose unit. That is called as C1-C4 glycosidic linkage, right? Now let us see what is there in the branching. You can see carbon number 1 of one glucose unit is linked to carbon number 6 of the another glucose unit. That is why this is called as C1 to C6 glycosidic linkage, which is present in the branching. That's all about the structure of starch. We have studied the structure of starch. Now on the basis of that, let us see one question. The question is, on hydrolysis of starch, we finally get which of the following carbohydrates? And the answer is glucose, because we have studied starch is the polymer of a glucose unit, right? We have seen alpha D glucose units are linked to form amylose and amylopectin. After starch, let us study one more polysaccharide, and the name of that polysaccharide is cellulose. We know that it is the predominant component present in the plant cell wall, right? You can see the structure of the cellulose. It is also having glucose as the monomeric units, which are linked by beta linkages, beta glycosidic linkages. Let us have one simple question. The question is, cellulose is a polymer of which of the following monosaccharide units? And the answer is glucose. The another polysaccharide unit which is the storage polysaccharide or storage carbohydrate in the animals. It is glycogen. Just like plants are having cellulose, animals are having glycogen as the storage polysaccharide material. The structure of glycogen is having much similarity with amylopectin. Amylopectin is the component or substructure of starch. Therefore, glycogen is also called as animal starch, as it is present in animals, and at its structure resembles the structure of amylopectin, which is nothing but the component of starch. That is why it is called as animal starch. Glycogen is usually found in yeast and fungi. After studying monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides, one simple and very commonly asked question, and it is, which of the following is the sweetest sugar? And it is the sugar present in fruits, sweet fruits like mangoes and bananas. It is having almost double sweetness as compared to the cane sugar, that is sucrose, and its answer is obviously fructose.